You're going into your final year at university and you've been told you have to write a dissertation. You have to pick your own topic, it's 12,000 words long, you just don't know where to start. Well, in this video, we're going to go through 3 quick tips to getting yourself started on working on your dissertation project. Hey everyone, I'm Rupert, long-time student and soon-to-be lawyer, and today is the first in a series where we're talking about how to start writing a fantastic dissertation. A dissertation is an extended piece of academic work, normally around 12,000 words, which at many UK universities is compulsory. You get to choose your own topic, and it often forms a large part of the final degree mark. Many people have a strong love-hate relationship with their dissertation, and the sight of final year students frantically tapping away at their keyboards in the last weeks of Lent term is very common. But it doesn't have to be this way, and there are lots of ways of making writing a dissertation easier on yourself. In this series, we're going to go through all the different things that I've found helpful in writing 2 undergrad dissertations over the last 5 years. For what it's worth, I got 2 firsts in each of my dissertations, English literature at Durham and law at Cambridge, and I only say that because my advice is definitely focused towards humanities, and also just to show that I've been there and done that. Basically, this is everything that I wish I'd known before I started. I hope it helps. This week, we're going to talk about how to get started with your dissertation. There are 3 main parts to this: starting early as you can, doing a little, and doing it often. Doing these 3 things will help you get started writing your dissertation and will make you feel in control so that you can arrange your time according to how you want to spend it and not according to the impending deadlines. As always, links and timestamps in the video description below, and if you have any questions, please ping them in the comments. The first of the 3 tips is to start thinking about your ideas as early as you possibly can. Getting the ball rolling early will mean that you see the big project as lots and lots of small projects, and that makes it much more manageable. For example, in a 12,000 word dissertation, your introduction might be 1,000 words, then you would do 3 chapters, each of 3,000 words for the main body of it, and then your conclusion would be about 1,000 words, and that gives you a bit of leeway to make up the word count. Getting going early on will help you get the most out of your supervisor, because they'll have a better idea of the strengths and weaknesses of your idea, so they can help you better, and also you can ask them questions because you actually kind of know a little bit of what you're talking about. This is particularly important at the start of your project when they can have the most influence on what the actual topic or issue that you're going to be focusing on is. Don't stress if you haven't started early, because there is always time, and as the old proverb goes, the best time to plant a tree was 200 years ago, the second best time is now. My second tip for getting started with your dissertation is to do it little by little. So you don't have to have your nose buried deep in Foucault all summer. You just, every now and again, have a little Google about something that you think might be interesting, or even use Google Scholar, more on that in another video, and that will just get your mind thinking about the idea and get the cogs turning, which is really what you want to do early on in the process. I would suggest spreading the net of your ideas as widely as possible, so that you can expose yourself to the broadest range of ideas. So search for YouTube videos, for podcasts, for radio transcripts, for television series, anything that you can get your mind going with. I remember when I was doing my law dissertation, I had this idea I might do it on Lady Chatterley's lover and the obscenity laws, and I just looked up all the pieces in the popular press at the time and just found out all about it. And then later on, you decide that you might want to do that. But just getting this full range of different ideas is super helpful, because then you kind of know the landscape and you can work out which bits of it you want to engage with. My third tip for getting started with your dissertation, which goes very well with tip 2, is to think about it little and often. James Clear wrote an incredible book called Atomic Habits, which emphasises the amazing effect of small changes over time. So if you just got 1% better every day for a year, you'd find that by the end of the year you were 37 times better than you had been at the start. When you apply this to writing a dissertation, just thinking about it little and often, just getting the ideas turning over and over in your head, will mean that the end result is just so much better than it would have been if you do it in big chunks. Doing it like this also means that it sort of happens almost without you thinking. You just do a little bit here, a little bit there, but you're doing it regularly, so that almost before you know it, you can look back and see that you'll have something that you might well be able to write about. Thank you for watching the first of this series on how to write a great undergrad dissertation. Hope it's been helpful. The first thing for you to do is to think about 3 possible things that you might write your diss on. The second thing for you to do is watch the next video in this series, where we're talking about how to narrow down the scope of your project. And the third thing for you to do is to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It takes 2 seconds for you and it makes all the difference to me. Thanks very much, and till next time.